something I've prided myself on for this channel, is being as authentic as I can with y'all. So that's what this is. Let me know if y'all want to see more videos like this, where less effort in terms of creative shots and and more just, you know, a thought process. So I've kind of talked about it before briefly on the channel, but this is the first time where I'm like making a full thing for it. But I am a senior at Howard University, but I am not graduating. I'm not allowed to walk. Now, let me explain. I'm a pretty decent student, to be honest. My GPA currently is a 3.6 or a 3.7, somewhere in that range. I've taken no less than 15 credits a semester, which at Howard, 15 credits, you're considered a full-time student. And realistically, my average is more like 17. On top of that, I've done other extracurriculars. I've, you know what I'm saying, been doing YouTube the whole time. And still, I'm not graduating on time. The crazy thing is, I know I'm not alone. This is a very common thing, not only at Howard, but other institutions. But when you look at the typical graduation rate at HBCUs in general, they're incredibly low. So Howard is considered one of the top ranked HBCUs, and last time I checked, their graduation rate was around 65%. This is not a hidden statistic. If you look up graduation rate for Howard University, it will pop up, and it is accurate. The amount of people I've met that didn't make it to graduation or dropped out or what have you is countless. I'm a COVID baby, okay? I graduated high school in 2020, midst of quarantine. My first year at Howard was fully virtual, so I had 3 years on campus. All 3 years, I've had different advisors. Let that sit for a little second. Let that sit. All of them have told me something different. I will say my last one, most recent one, she's been in the game. She's been at Howard for a while. She really knew what she was doing. And while it was a little bit too late for me, she helped me out as much as she could, and I appreciate that. I've told all my advisors up until this point my plan to be a pre-med student. I want to go to med school. I want to be a doctor. So I'm pre-med, right? And you would think they just set you up with a coursework that, you know, aligns you with that goal. And they kind of do, like they tell you, oh, you should take these classes. But there's more to it than that. There's way more specifics. With my major in particular, there's a lot of other requirements outside of, you know, just the core sciences that I would need to take. So there is one class, organic chemistry, iconically hard, or notoriously hard, I guess I could say. And I withdrew from it last semester. So the way my scheme was set up, basically by the time I got into my first core science class, which wasn't until my sophomore year of college, which usually you start your freshman year. Basically from that point on, I had to take at least one core science. Actually at least 2 core sciences per semester to like be on track. So when I withdrew from that Orgo class, it put me behind schedule. I'm mid-editing this right now, but that's also without mentioning that Howard has been enrolling so many students that first, they don't have enough housing and they don't have enough classroom space. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like how do you enroll people into a school where the major they picked, realistically, there's not enough slots for them to actually get in on time, if that makes sense. Now, with that being said, the only class I really need to take over the summer is Organic Chemistry 2 at this point. Mind you, good student. I've had 1 C on my transcript, I think, maybe 2. I had 2 C's on my transcript. And I know that they've done it previously at Howard, and especially at other schools. Like, if you just have to take 1 more class over the summer, they'll let you walk in May, right? So I fought for it. I spoke with the dean. I spoke with a bunch of people, my advisor, the person that like coordinates graduation, whatever. No, right? It hurt, to be completely honest. I've worked pretty hard to get to this point. And now I'm at a point now where I just watched everyone graduate. At least I watched everyone in my class graduate, and now I'll get my diploma in the summer, but I will not be able to walk until next year in May. So that's interesting. I honestly see it as a blessing in disguise. See, the hard thing is to try, like, it's really hard to try and remain authentic during this time. Just trying to keep it real. Like, the amount of times people are like, oh, congratulations. And I'm like, yeah, actually, not yet. You know, all the grad gifts and your family comes to town and you have that, you know, you feel that love and support. And mind you, I have a great support system and all that. But I'm just saying, like, just to see it all happen for everybody else and then just be like a spectator is it's a good experience. It's a humbling one for sure. It definitely hurt at first a lot, and I don't know if I'm like just on the back end of that now, but to this day there's still a bit of confusion. And then every time someone asks me when I'm graduating, I have to say the summer. And it just, obviously it's not bad. Like, this months away, like, this really nothing. In the grand scheme of things, like, it's really not that big of a deal. But it does cost extra money. Definitely costs extra money. You know the saying, like, God laughs at plans? So, like, this was a plan that I was going to graduate in 4 years. And now it's like, I'm still graduating in 4 years, but it's just not non-traditional. And sort of having to like put the smile on, or like it's not a mask per se. It's like the idea, not the idea, but like the feeling of trying to be a light, like put out that ray of light while everyone is enjoying their time, while feeling like someone flicked out your light bulb. You know, I don't know how else to describe it. And it's nothing against the people graduating. Like, I want y'all to know this wholeheartedly. Like, I'm so happy that everyone's graduating right now. Like, to see all these educated black people going out into the world and, you know what I'm saying, with a degree under the belt. And this is like what America is scared of, is, you know what I'm saying, black people and just our community waking up and realizing the power that we have inside of our minds and that we hold within each other and in our communities, and if we work together, what we can really accomplish and change the world with. So seeing it really roll out in front of me is amazing. So I realize I'm still a part of that, but at the same token, it does feel a little interesting. And regardless of all of that, like, graduating is already a transition period. Like, figuring what you're doing next. What are you doing over the summer? Are you gonna get a job? Are you gonna da 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 da? You know what I'm saying? And I have a goal in mind. I have a plan, but God bless it, plans. But we're gonna shoot for it. If y'all want to support me, subscribe, like, comment on the video, comment your thoughts. If you have anything to say, any words of encouragement, any critique of my thought process, because I do appreciate that as well. I understand I'm not perfect and that I don't know everything. And that's also the scary part. I don't know shit. Like, I still feel like I'm 22 years old, but I still feel like a child. And not in a bad way, like I can't take care of myself or I'm immature. And there's definitely times where I'm immature. But like, it's time for me to really earn a living, like the living I want. You know what I'm saying? Not just earn a living, but the living I want to earn. And there's big decisions having to be made in terms of friendships, relationships, family. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy time. But if you made it to the end, I really do appreciate you. Again, if you want to see more videos like this where it's more, let me know. It's okay to be non-traditional. It's okay to, you know what I'm saying, take possibly a longer road than expected. At the end of the day, as long as you are still aiming for what you want, that's really what matters. You know, you still, like, regardless of what situation happens, you still have to try and act like the person you want to become. And it's not the same as faking it until you make it. Those are two different things. I'll leave it at that, I suppose. Act like the person you want to become. Someone's probably said that, but it's a bar. Like,